The Red Dead Redemption franchise is known by many to be one that is filled with tragedy. I mean, there is a reason why the fanbase likes to call it Red Dead Depression. Most of the characters you meet in both games end up either dead or about to be dead. Not to mention the tone, which I would say is much darker than most Rockstar titles, with the only comparison I can think of being GTA 4
Big titties
and Max Payne. But Max Payne was developed mostly by Remedy, so that doesn't really count. Now when it comes to sad moments in the franchise, there's a lot of them. You know, actually saying there's a lot of them would be an understatement. Watching the Vanderlyn gang slowly die out both literally and figuratively is one of the toughest things to witness in any game. Especially because you get to see it unfold right in front of you. And of course, let's not forget that both of our main protagonists, John and Arthur, die. They die and it hurts. It legitimately hurts to see lovable characters like these guys die after all they've been through. Arthur spends his entire life being loyal to Dutch, following his lead and even looking up to him as a father figure. Yet instead of being rewarded for all of that, it turns out to be the exact reason for his demise. Not to mention how he gets betrayed and replaced by Micah at the end. And John? John actually manages to escape his past, and for a while he lives a peaceful life. Unfortunately, that doesn't last long, as he gets pulled back into his old life by the Pinkertons, and then he's told that the only way to get back his family is by killing the people that he once considered brothers. Only for the Pinkertons to break their end of the deal and kill him, after all he's done. Both of these characters died in a way that is believable, and I wouldn't change it any other way even if I could. If anybody were to tell me that either one is the saddest moment in the entire franchise, I would say 100% I can see that. But believe it or not, I think there is one moment in the game that really takes the cake, and in my opinion is the most tragic moment in the entire franchise. Now I just want to say that I'm not extinguishing the impact of any other moment in the game. I wouldn't dare do so because they're all masterfully crafted and wonderfully done and delivered. All I'm saying is that this particular one hit the hardest for me.
On the lone prairie, where the coyotes wail and the wind blows free, and when I die, don't bury me 'neath the western sky on the lone prairie.
Remember my family. The year is 1914. A couple of years have passed since John's sacrifice, and the game has now put you in the shoes of his son, Jack Marston. Only it's not the same Jack that we all knew. It's not the Jack that was passionate about reading and writing. He's different now, more bitter, haunted by the death of his family, and driven by revenge. Resembling his father more like. Your goal is clear. Find the man who did all of this and kill him. And after completing a couple of missions, you finally find him. Edgar Ross, standing right there. This is the climax of the story. Every moment, every death, every sacrifice, all the memories, whether happy or sad, all of it has led to this one last confrontation between Jack Marston and Edgar Ross. All you have to do now is end it all with one last duel. Now, the reason I find this to be the most tragic moment in the entire series is because Jack gunning down Edgar Ross just turned him into the one thing that his father, John, didn't want him to be, an outlaw and a killer. Which means that not only did John's sacrifices went down the drain for nothing, but also Arthur's. They both failed. They both gave all they had, just so little Jack here can grow up and be something else, other than an outlaw, but at the end, he became an exact replica of his father, John. But you know what really kills me? What really digs that knife deeper is that I only realized all of this in literally the last scene when Jack is looking at his gun for about 5 seconds. Just that quick look at the gun managed to convey so much sorrow, emptiness, and emotions without the use of any dialogue whatsoever. You can tell that he also knew damn well that he failed his family by pursuing the life that they didn't want him to live. It's brilliant, man. After that, there is nothing else left to see. The game is done, the franchise is done, and all you get is the credits rolling and the song that perfectly encapsulates the ending of Red Dead Redemption.
Your hands upon a dead man's gun and you're looking down the sights. Your heart is worn and the seams are torn and they've given you a reason to fight. And you're not gonna take what they've got to give, and you're not gonna let them take your will to live, because they've taken it.